Hello everybody, this is Sarah Perry. Hope you're all doing well. Hello to any newbies out there and hello to my regulars. If you'd like to subscribe, like and share, I would be very grateful. And if you'd like a private reading at the end of this vlog, then please do get in touch. Now, a lot of people are going to be feeling like things have changed dramatically overnight. I feel that the instant that you are listening to this, if you have just come across this vlog, you will be feeling this sense of maybe redirection, misdirection, or just lost in the night in some way. Like you've woken up and you're in a completely different place. Like you had one outfit on when you went to bed, but you don't remember getting dressed when you wake up in the kitchen all ready to start your day. And it's like a really strange energy right now where some of you may just feel a calling to be doing something different. You don't feel like yourself, that suddenly nothing matches you anymore. And this is because we are stepping into a new energy which is linked to next year. 2023, and I feel that whatever is coming about this week in particular, and possibly today, you may gain some insights that you will connect with something coming in that is going to happen in April. This is very, very important for anybody who is starting a business, who is considering putting something else as a brand. Maybe if you are considering moving in with somebody or getting committed with somebody, getting serious, maybe you're thinking about splitting up. I feel like you need to consider what comes next or how long something can take. This will make sense in whatever way I'm saying this to the people that it is about, okay? And for whatever situation you're in. But I feel like most of us will all touch on this situation in some way. This is a time for a new playing ground. This is about making new friends, new connections. Some of you may have felt like doors have just closed overnight. That, 1 minute, 1 week, you were sitting around with friends, laughing and joking, and the next week, there's no one to talk to. That everyone's left. Everyone's left the building and you're still sitting there clearing up the crumbs. And it's like, why am I still here? This is a message to say about carrying too much responsibility, that maybe you did too much and you expected too much, and then when push comes to shove, there's no one there that is respecting you or having value for you. And this can change you overnight when you realize that this isn't good enough, that suddenly all the fear's gone and you feel empowered and strong. So there's going to be many ways that people will feel at this point. I'm even getting headaches, people feeling like they've actually banged the head or that they've had a kind of blackout moment. And I do feel like there's some kind of thing that will go on, that will actually happen energetically with some people, where they will connect with time stopping still, or standing still and feeling like a chunk of their life has just kind of disappeared or miraculously been restructured. Go with the change, accept things that happen, allow things to dissolve when they dissolve. This has been a message for a long time, that when we have big planetary alignments, changes, and new things come into play, or new cycles come into play, often we lose people, we find we're distanced from certain situations, we suddenly dislike something we're doing, we suddenly just crave something different. And it's all about growing, it's all about expanding. And what Spirit is telling everybody right now is to look at what you may have been wishing for weeks ago, months ago, maybe even last week, that you were putting out there, that you just really wanted and you really felt it was time to have. This is a time of growth. This is a time of expansion, about traveling to new areas of your life, creating new territory, expanding your map of knowledge, and finding a way to detach enough from, this is going to sound weird, but it's like the sense of belonging, of letting go of the hold of things, the attachment that we have of just general things in our lives, of material things and even people, where we can still love and we can forgive and we can feel and we can nurture, but we have a sense of higher spiritual soul calling where we know we love, we know what we know, but it's okay to do what we need to do as well. It's okay for us to live our lives. It doesn't mean we love anyone less. For anybody that's lost anybody, or they've actually passed, and I'm sorry for your loss, anyone that is listening to this, it's about knowing you can grieve, you can move forwards, because time is so short. And for some of you, you may actually be realising this very clearly with the loss of somebody special. And I know over the last year, there's been a lot of these kind of crazy passing, things happening. And this is nothing to do with COVID, it's just suddenly, like 1 minute one person's there and suddenly they're gone. I have somebody I know, a friend from, years ago when I was 15, passed suddenly. Same age as me, at the age of 50, although I'm now 52, but but it was a real shock. It was like, what happened there? No one ever saw it coming. And actually somebody else who I knew briefly, who actually opened up a door for me, suddenly passed. And when I saw them last, they were just moving on to a new life and could never have seen that, but they were in two minds about it. But something was calling them to do something, and I think that's what was meant to be. So it's accepting what is meant, that life is as long as it's long, and that things last as they're going to last. We all have a time frame, but there's nothing we can do to prevent that, really. Obviously, we can take care and we can protect ourselves in many ways, but if it's it. There isn't anything, we don't have that kind of control. Okay. This is about just really looking for the right ingredients, really readjusting things in your life and finding new perspectives, letting go of anger. Mars is still retrograde. This is, what helps us see what frustrates us. This is a time to let go of the anger. It's about kind of meeting it head on and realizing what it's all about, where it's coming from. Often we just have these blasts of anger and then it's gone and we don't really acknowledge it. We just let it come out. Well, why is it happening? What are the triggers? This is a time to really look. I do see house contracts taking place soon, decisions around home. Seems to be a lot of movement because there are changes happening in the house market. This is coming up to a time of really new direction. So if you're feeling that pull of doing something, you don't have to jump straight in. You don't have to suddenly sell your house and buy a new one. It might just sell and there's a new one waiting at this point, but then that's just the flow of things. But if it's a new idea, take the time to structure it in the moment and consider your next move. Don't worry about how, why, what if, is this the right thing? If it feels right, it is the right thing. But you can still time yourself. You can still flow. You can still pace yourself. You don't have to push anything. Time isn't about pushing things. It's about looking in alternative directions, realising when you've hit a block and that it's time to turn a corner. There's going to be phone calls coming or conversations coming in, which are going to be opportunities coming in. Jupiter is going direct very soon and it's going to open out the playing field even more. So even if you've just woken up to almost darkness again and you don't know where you are, know that in around a week things are going to start opening up. And you'll realise that this new area has got a lot more bonuses than you realised in the first place. There's some really unexpected surprises, so keep expecting the unexpected. The next 6 months are really, really important for putting things in place and for building blocks and creating something new. So I hope this has helped you. If you'd like a private reading, do get on down to the website www.saraperry.me or connect with me over social media. Look out for my other vlogs and different interests. Leave a comment here. Love the comments, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye for now.